The corridors of Seoul's elite St. Eden hospital pulsed with sterile lights, but no amount of brightness could chase away the shadow looming over room 304. Blood had been spilled across nations in that woman's name, but now her own was slipping quietly beneath white sheets and the tired beeps of machines. A storm of whispers lingered around the ICU ward. Nurses walked on glass, and doctors bowed with their eyes downcast. They all knew who waited just outside the double doors. The 19-year-old heir to the most feared Mafia empire in South Korea. The Crimson Vow Syndicate stood still like death itself. Black hoodies soaked from the rain. Chest heaving, but his face unreadable. The scent of antiseptic mixed with the coppery stench of his own dried blood. Not from a fight. Not this time. He'd punched the walls so hard he dislocated 2 fingers. When they told him his mother only had hours. His jaw clenched as he stared at the doors, the steel handle gripped like a trigger. Behind him, someone spoke, low and hoarse. "Yoongi, you're shaking, Jungkook," he said in low but heavy voice. He didn't turn. "Jungkook, don't *****ing talk to me right now, young," he growled. Min Yoongi, heir to the Scarlet Blades and Jungkook's only friend who'd ever seen him cry, stepped closer, unbothered by the sharp tone. Min Yoongi, heir to the Scarlet Blades and Jungkook's only friend who'd ever seen him cry, stepped closer, unbothered by the sharp tone. His silver hair was damp, his coat wrinkled, and his eyes tired, but his gaze was steady. He reached into his jacket, pulled out a flask, and held it out. "Yoongi, take it. Calm your hands." He passed the drink. Jungkook snatched the flask, ignoring the burn as whiskey coated his throat. The tremble in his hand stilled for a moment. Not because of the alcohol because someone was still here with him. Someone who didn't flinch around him. "Jungkook, I shouldn't be here." His voice cracked. "Jungkook, she shouldn't be in there. He almost whispered, closing parenthesis. Yoongi. I leaned against the cold wall, arms crossed. "Yoongi, you think pain cares about what should or shouldn't be?" "Jungkook, I should have protected her." He growled. "Jungkook, I have men who'll cut down armies if I whisper. But I couldn't save her from a disease." He covered his face in his hands. Yoongi said nothing. There was nothing to say. The world feared Jungkook. People called him the Reaper's shadow. But no amount of power could fight time and fate. A nurse peeked her head out of the door. "Jungkook, Mr. Chun. She's calling for you." Jungkook froze. "Yoongi, go comma. He whispered, stepping back. "Yoongi, she's waiting." He sighed heavily. The door opened with a creak that sounded like it echoed through his ribs. Inside room 304. The air was thick with medicine and something softer, lavender. His mother's favorite scent. The woman lying on the bed looked nothing like the regal queen who once ran the Crimson Court with her husband. She was frail, skin translucent, lips blue-tinged, but her eyes, those dark, almond eyes that once stared down generals, lit up. The moment Jungkook entered. His feet moved on their own. "Jungkook, Mum." His voice was a whisper, a broken prayer. She smiled weakly. "Mrs. Chun, my boy," she whispered, but Jungkook knows she's calling him. He dropped to his knees beside the bed, gripping her cold hand. "Jungkook, why didn't you tell me it got this bad?" His eyes hold pain, an unbearable distance. She raised a trembling hand and cupped his cheek. "Mrs. Chun, Because you already carry the world's blood on your shoulders. I didn't want to add mine. Opening parenthesis, her lips tremble. His throat burned. Jungkook. I would have burned the world to find a cure. He forced himself forward, closing parenthesis. Mrs. Chun. I know. That's why I didn't let you. She chuckled, and then coughed violently, blood staining her lips. Closing parenthesis. Jungkook eyes wide, he gasped. Jungkook. Stop talking, he begged. Jungkook. Just rest. I'm here. I'll stay. Don't go dash please mom, don't leave me. He sniffed. She sighed softly. Mrs. Chun, my sweet boy. You were born under a blood moon. Even then your eyes were so fierce. But your heart was kind. I feared the world would destroy that heart. His tears fell freely now, dripping onto her hand. Mrs. Chun, but you protected your heart, she continued, voice faint. Closing parenthesis. Mrs. Chun. Even when your father turned it into a weapon. Jungkook. Don't talk about him. Jungkook's jaw tightened. Jungkook. He died the day he laid a hand on you. Mrs. Chun. I know, she smiled. Mrs. Chun. That's why I can go now. I waited for you to be free of him. You've become a man, Jungkook. A leader. But I have one last truth to give you. Before I close my eyes. Opening parenthesis. Her lips wobble and her voice came as whispered. So weak and vulnerable. He looked up sharply. Jungkook. What truth? Her hand gripped his tighter. Mrs. Chun. You're not an only child, my son. The world stopped spinning. Jungkook. What? He frowned. Mrs. Chun. You have a sister. Jungkook's mouth went dry. Jungkook. What the F*** are you saying? He stared at her in unbelievable look.